Having a new baby can be one of the most exciting times in our lives, but it comes with significant financial responsibility. From buying a home to covering the cost of childcare, there are a lot of expenses to consider, and if we don't have good credit, then this whole thing becomes a lot more challenging. So bad credit can affect a growing family in multiple ways. It can affect our ability to get loans or credit cards. It can affect how good the interest rate is on those things. You would then pay more in interest over time, which can get costly. In addition to making it hard to secure credit, it can also impact our ability to rent a home or an apartment because often landlords are running credit checks on their potential tenant, and a low credit score can make it harder to pass their screening process. This can limit our options when it comes to finding a safe, comfortable home that we love for our family. Bad credit can also make it harder to qualify for affordable insurance policies. This can mean auto insurance, life insurance, health insurance, because often the insurance companies are looking at our credit report to determine whether or not we are high risk, and they may charge higher premiums according to a lower credit score. They also may deny us coverage altogether. All of these are important to consider because as our family grows, we may run into unexpected medical bills or auto bills, and we want to be on top of our finances so we feel confident going forward.
This video, this is an awkward transition, but what you're about to see now is a Zoom call that I have with Jimena Cortez, where she's going to explain to you how to use SmartCredit. And here's why. So I started using SmartCredit recently, and Jimena is the reason. I had a meeting with her. She explained it to me. I was so into it and so excited about the simplicity and the amount of stuff that it does for me. And now I'm sharing it with you. But I'm not very good at explaining it. So I asked Jimena if she could just explain it to you guys the way she explained it to me. So that's what you're about to see. And then at the end, I'll explain what happens if you use my link. Okay, bye.
Hi, thanks so much for having me here. Again, so this is a test account, everybody. And there's a few ways you can work on your score within our platform. First way is going to be on the score boost. This is going to be where you're going to get the results the quickest. So I'm going to start there. And this deals with your credit utilization, which is 30% of your overall credit grade. Now we can see here, this test account has $15,000 in credit card debt. Now your situation might be different, but this is this person. And then depending on their budget, they can put, how much they want to pay next month. So if this is my budget, I would add potentially around 36 points to my score. And then you see here, it tells you how much to pay on each card. It tells you when to pay by, and it calculates the points that you may go up if you make that payment. Now, it's not 100% accurate, but it's close. And what we've done, the way that this works is we've mined when every single financial institution is going to report your credit score to the bureaus or your balances to the bureaus. And then we have you pay 4 days before that happens.
SmartCredit, it's going to gather all of our information when it comes to our credit cards and our bank accounts too, right? We can input all of this. I'm new to SmartCredit, so this is, I'm learning alongside these viewers, but we put in all of this information so then you guys do the hard work for us of figuring out exactly when these things are due and the advantage to paying earlier, because they tell us a certain date to pay, but what you're saying is there's an advantage to paying 4 days before that. That's correct?
Right. So, for example, your due date is not necessarily the date that you should pay because you want to pay before they report, right? So every institution reports in a different date. So you want to get in ahead of that so that you show the lowest balance as possible. And so I'll give you an example. Before I started working here, I had, for the longest time, I was at a 740 credit score. I had no negatives. I had cleared up my score. Everything was fine. I'm paying everything on time, but I couldn't get it past any higher than that. And I was confused as to why. And then basically what I was doing is I had changed when I pay my cards to the last day possible. So by the time it was reporting the higher balance before I paid it. And so all I did was change my payment dates. And when I did that and started following this plan, I went up to a 790. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen to you. Like that was my situation. You have to check yours and see how many points you have available. But it was like that big for me. And then I'm actually at an 800 now. That's but, so cool. But yeah, but it was like, this was like my last missing piece. And so, so you definitely like this is a quick way if you're about to go in a loan process or you want to go, you want to buy a car, you want to buy a house, you want to get anything. I would say, go in here first. You can try it out for $1 and then see how many points you have available. Get all your points and then go apply for whatever loan because you're going to pay a lot less in interest, and that could be a huge savings in certain ways.
Totally. Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah. Now, the other way that we can also help you work on your score is going to be the score builder. Now, this deals with your payment history. This is 35% of your overall credit grade. So when we go in here, it's going to give you a bit of a tutorial in the beginning. It's going to show you the accounts that are helping your score, which is awesome. And then it's going to show you the accounts that are hurting your score. Now, most places would stop there and then they would give you some advice as to what you can do, but you still either have to do it yourself or hire someone to do it. So it's not necessarily like you're going to get a result. With us, we can keep going and then we can take what's called an action. So with the 4 instances that you see on the screen, we can actually help you, request a goodwill correction, fix a credit reporting error, negotiate a debt, or report identity theft on an account. So this first one, we see Citibank. It's a 90-day late. So let's say I actually was 90 days late. I could click on goodwill correction. I select the reason, or you can type in your own. And then when I hit confirm mail delivery, we're going to send either a letter or a fax, but it's a physical piece of paper to Citibank on your behalf to request this goodwill removal.
Wow. I love that. These are the things that sold me on it when we first had a call about this together, because it's so hard to know what to do. When something goes wrong, I don't even know who I'm supposed to be in touch with. And it feels like it's such a lengthy process. It's intimidating. So to just have this where you, not you personally, but the company does it for you. It's so nice.
Yeah, it saves a lot of time. So you don't have to call anybody, write anything. It's easy. You can track, I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but this is more of like, you can track your score over time. Again, this is being pulled from TransUnion, and you can see other scores here. So you can kind of, track it as you do things, and it hopefully goes up. Okay. Now down here, we get into what you were mentioning earlier about like your bank accounts and stuff, because we looked at it as, it's one thing to build your score, but now let's say you got your points, you're at 807. Now what? You might say you're done, but no, you're just beginning, because now you did all the work, you got your goal, but now you have to protect it. You have to maintain it. It's just like when you go to the gym. You don't go to the gym, you get all fit and you're done. If you stop working out, you're going to lose your muscle.
Right.
So this is kind of like that maintenance. So to help you with that, we've done a few things. Well, number one, included in every account, you're going to get $1 million of identity fraud insurance, which covers you and your entire family in your household. So that's really cool because you don't have to get multiple accounts for this.
Yeah.
And then also, here's you can manage all your finances. So you can connect all your checking accounts, all your investments. If you own any property, you would put that under other, and your credit cards, loans, all that stuff, and really manage your financial picture from a simple dashboard. But like I mentioned, now that you have good credit, you're more of a target for unscrupulous people. And credit card theft is actually a lot more prevalent than identity theft. So what I would recommend you do is you connect all your credit cards, you go to your alerts, and then you set up your alerts at 0. You could put different amounts, but I like to put 0 because if somebody steals your credit card, what they're going to do is they're going to start with a low amount and start charging things and then work their way up from there. So if you catch it, you can stop it before it gets out of control. And what this does, it'll send me an email and a text message every day with all my transactions so I can ensure that they're all me. Or if you share credit cards with someone, you can keep tabs on their transactions. So there's that.
Yep.
And the last thing I will show you, and I do have to log into my personal account to show you guys this. So I'm going to do this really quickly because this again goes into helping you protect this great new score that you just got.
This feature has been blowing my mind the last month since I've been using your service. This one is like, yeah, it's a little creepy. What? Anyway, I'll let you show it, but
We have what's called Privacy Master. It's one of our newer features. That's why it doesn't work in the test account. But you can see here, I was found on 21 different sites that were selling my personal information. And when I say that, it's basically like where I currently live, all the places where I used to live, who my parents are. For those of you who have children, a lot of times they'll have your children's names and where they go to school.
they had my age. Like I was
Mhm.
so many places. I didn't even know that this was a thing until I met with you the first time. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, what else did you find on yours?
Oh my gosh. Personal address. Like they could go find my name, my address, my age. On some places you can see where my kids are, like too much. And then I love that, well, I'm taking away from your
No, I want to hear your feedback.
I just love that once I deleted it, then I think it was 14 days later or something, they checked again. And for some of them, I had been put back up. And so then I just took it down again. But I appreciate that so much. I didn't even know it was so easy to find my details.
Yeah, it's scary. And especially like women, where like we get stalkers or you're out there dating or you have a family and you're private, you don't want people to know where your kids are going to school and all this stuff. It's all out there and you can have it removed. Just most people they're not even aware, And this is how your identity gets stolen. Like, what do I need? I need your address, right? A few other things and I'm good to go.
Yeah.
What's your mother's maiden name? Well, I could find that on the internet.
Totally.
Security question.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the platform in a nutshell. On the main site, we don't offer a trial, but through Jessica's link, you can try it 7 days for just $1. And it includes everything I just showed you guys.
It's amazing. Even, Jimena, I was looking like what you had said in a previous call was that there are different websites that offer these individualized services, but yours is so much more affordable for all of them.
Yeah, exactly. Like for the just on the identity theft insurance, there's places charging anywhere from $10 to $25 for that. For the Privacy Master feature I just showed you, there are companies that charge anywhere between $15 to $28 for that. This is per month. And then, of course, all the credit features. There's companies that usually for the credit stuff, they're charging around like $39 to $50 a month. So if you add it all up, the value of what you're getting is at least $80 a month. And after the 7-day trial, you're just paying $23.95. I mean, it's less than lunch.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. It's amazing. My husband, he's like a pretty frugal guy. But I told him about this after because I felt like my mind was blown. You really sold me on it. And so, yeah, he was like, wow, that's an awesome deal. Even the $1 million fraud insurance for the whole family, there's 5 of us. That's huge. So yeah, I'm for it. This is this video is so from the heart. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much. No, we're so excited to be here with you and be able to just share our message and help as many people as we can. I mean, at this point, we've been around a long time, 20 years. We've had over 4 million customers. So we're not small, but I feel like a lot of people just are not aware. Like, even if you have good credit, you need to monitor it. You need to protect it. Identity theft happens, credit card theft happens,
Yeah. And my viewers are growing families. So they're already in a bit of a vulnerable state, expecting maybe their first or second child. All of this is very grown up stuff, right? The adult stuff of life.
Adulting.
Adulting, right? It's nice to have a simplified place where we can go to manage our money and see like what changes do we need to make to improve our credit score. I mean, this is all new to me and I'm in my 30s and I have 3 kids and I'm still like, I don't know about credit score stuff. I need to figure this out. So I really appreciate you sharing with us. And yeah, my link for them will be below and they have all the information that they need to be able to try this out. So thank you.
Thanks so much.
Use my link below. You can try SmartCredit for just $1. The trial is only available through my link. Thank you so much. I hope you guys are doing well. You're doing great. That's what that says. And we'll see you soon. Bye.